Hi Ryan, how are you?
Hi Maria, I'm fine. And you?
I'm fine. What do you do?
I study industrial engineering at Universidad Continental. What about you?
I study industrial engineering too. Today I want to talk about something really important in our field ethics. As industrial engineering students, the decision we make in the future can have a huge impact not only on the company we work for, but on society in general. What do you think about ethics in in our profession?
Hey, I think ethics is crucial for me. Being an athletic industrial engineer means making decisions that not only focus on efficiency or profitability, but also on the well-being of the point. We need to make sure we're doing it in a responsible way.
I completely agree. And I think one key aspect of being an ethical engineer is transparency. For instance, if we're analyzing data or implementing or an improvement in a process, and we find that the solution isn't yielding the expected result, it's our ethical duty to communicate those issues clearly. Hiding or manipulating data to make everything look perfect isn't ethical, even though it might seem more convenient.
Exactly, transparency is key. I also think that social responsibility is a major part of ethics. As industrial engineers, we have the power to improve working conditions, but we can also negatively affect people of the prioritize cost coding over their well-being.
Absolutely. I also think justice in the workplace is an important ethical consideration if we're making decisions that affect workers, like changes to shifts, salaries, or resource distribution. Those decisions should be fair and equitable. Isn't ethical to favor certain groups over others. For example, if we're making improvements to the productions line that involve changing worker tasks, we should ensure that the workload is fairly distribute, distributed so that no one is overburdened without appropriate compensation.
Yes, and I think another aspect of being ethical is respecting the environment. There are a lot of projects that focus in the increasing productivity, but sometimes engineers ignore the environmental impact. As engineers, we need to remember that sustainable development is part of our ethical responsibility. We can't sacrifice the planet for short-term profit.
Interesting points about the environment impact. Now let's talk about what is not ethical in our career. What do you think is absolutely unacceptable in industrial engineering?
Well, first to all, I think corruption is completely over the line. Imagine an engineer exactly a bribe from the supplier to choose a low quality product or the big the company and after advanced that not just immoral, it can also jeopardize the safety of working and affect product quality.
Exactly. Corruption doesn't just harm ethics, it can also affect safety and quality, but I also think that is exploiting workers is completely unethical. Sometimes companies seek ways to reduce costs by cutting wages or offering poor working conditions, and that is unacceptable. As industrial engineers, we must ensure that the working environment is safer and dignified for everyone. Sacrifice, sacrificing workers' well-being for the sake of profitability is simply wrong.
Yes, and another serious issue is when an engineer manipulate data or the result to make a process look more efficient than it really is. This can lead to wrong decisions that not only affect the quality of the product or service, but can also endanger worker safety.
Exactly. And finally, I want to add that plagiarism is other unethical behavior in our profession. Using others' ideas or results without giving the proper credit is not only ethically wrong, but it also damages our professional reputation. In engineering, originality and honesty and foundational, we can allow unfair competition to become a common practice.
Yes, ethics must always come first. Being a good industrial engineer isn't just about having technical knowledge. It's about leaving a strong ethical commitment to society, to employees, to the environment, and to the future of the professions.
Now that we have talked about ethics, I like us to discuss something really important for our career professional growth. How do you see yourself in the future, Brian?
Good question. Personally, I imagine my fairly process optimization project in the large manufacturing company. I'd like to work with multidisciplinary teams to implement lean manufacturing and Six Sigma, helping companies reduce waste and operational costs long term. I see myself talking on the executive role where I can make strategic decisions.
That sounds amazing. On my side, I see myself focusing more on sustainability. Uh, I am really interested in how industrial engineering can contribute to a more environmentally responsible future. I like to work in supply chain sustainability management, helping companies optimize their processes in a way that reduces their environmental impact. I believe there's a huge potential to integrate greener technologies into industrial processes, and that's what I want to push forward.
That's great. Sustainability is the future, especially as industrials are increasing focusing on reducing their carbon footprint. I don't want to file bailing, so I plan to stay up the port, turn course and conference.
Absolutely, continuous learning is key. I also want to continue my education, especially in areas like technological innovation in industry. Plus, I want to learn more about human resource management because I know that in the future, when I am leading project, I'll need to manage teams and coordinate activities across different departments. See you, Brian. Bye.
Bye.